If you are planning a visit to Portsmouth, I would highly recommend walk around Portchester Castle on a nice day. Walking around the grounds is free, entry to the museum at Great Tower is optional. There is also a small charge for parking. It was built in Roman times in 3rd century Anno Domini, making it over 1800 years old. In the 11th century, parts of Portchester Castle were rebuilt into Norman keep, and in the 14th century, Richard II transformed it into palace. It always had a defensive role. One of the most distinctive features of Portchester Castle is enormous keep. Standing at impressive 105 feet tall, it holds the title of being the largest keep in England. The castle has witnessed many historic occasions, and its Great Hall has hosted several important meetings between kings and nobles. During the Napoleonic Wars, it became a prison for around 7,000 French prisoners of war, who set up theatre up in the keep. Regular theatre performances were keeping soldiers' spirits up. It has also served as backdrop for several movies, including Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Les Miserables, adding its allure and legacy. The 9 main prison blocks in the castle outer bailey were 2-story buildings which could hold up to 500 prisoners each. Different nationalities tend to be kept apart within the castle to avoid conflict. During the 1790s, for example, there were French, Dutch, and Spanish prisoners of war. Unlike the prisoners of war camps of the 20th century, the prison at Portchester was not wholly cut off from the outside world. Prison life could be monotonous, but many prisoners used their skills and expertise to pass the time productively. They could find work in the prison cookhouse or laundry, while others helped in the hospital as medical assistants and orderlies. Portchester Castle also had a daily market. Prisoners could sell their handmade items to visitors, locals, or to each other. Some of them have actually survived, including carved-bone objects such as dominoes and playing cards, as well as more sophisticated pieces such as intricate straw workbooks. You can visit a Norman church on the grounds of the castle and small cemetery. Other activities for the prisoners at the Portchester Castle included drawing, fencing, and theatrical entertainment, as well as education and subjects such as languages and maths. The wide range of activities reflected the fact that the prisoners came from all walks of life, and many were highly skilled. In Victorian times, Mrs. White is thought to have thrown herself from the castle's keep into the surrounding moat with a motive of saving her baby who had fallen into the moat. Poor Daisy, she actually noticed she's on a bridge and there is a space underneath. She's up high. She is not a fan of heights. Portchester is the best preserved Roman fort in northern Europe, the only one whose entire defensive circuit survives little altered from when it was built. Some of the prisoners were even skilled forgers. The Bank of England Museum has a number of forged banknotes within its collection. Most prisoners would be returned to their home countries as part of regular prisoner exchanges. Prisoners of war were expensive to look after, and Britain was keen to return as many as possible. During the early parts of the war, prisoners were exchanged regularly. The prison doctors decided who would be sent back. They often chose to return many of their sick and wounded, who were not only costly to look after, but also unlikely to be sent back on the front line of duty. There were also many prisoners from Caribbeans. I hope you enjoyed this little trip, and please let me know if you have been to Portchester Castle or if you're planning to visit. Until next time, bye!